in a mix.
The best music in the world. The best.
Best music.
My favorite station.
Ghana Talks Radio. Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR. Ghana Talks Radio.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah, nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight. Yeah, and I have the hope that things will be alright. Yeah, so we're feeling irate as we hustle all day long. We are hoping, say that one day things go better. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again. When the things go harder, stronger than Omega. Brother, know they quiver, we go smack 'em like Undertaker. When the things go harder, we go stronger than Omega. Yeah, oh, we go smack 'em Undertaker. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again. 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 I dey believe in my hustle, but every day I pray to Baba. Say if I deliver me with the paper, I want to build house for Mama. I dey believe in my hustle, but man they pray to Baba. Say I go get money to build house for Mama. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome
Feeling tonight, yeah.
to Ghana Talks Radio.
Hope that things will be alright. Yeah.
It's 32 minutes past 2 p.m. right here
We hustle,
in Accra, Ghana.
we
And we are live with the Quebeco,
things go
live on Ghana Talks Radio.
jale.
With me, Lansa Haruna. We are live on our YouTube and Facebook pages at Ghana Talks Radio.
When the things go harder,
Once again, we come your way with another exciting edition
we go smack.
of the Quebec. And today being Tuesday,
When the
we have the Brothers Keeper segment. And this is a place where we discuss the young man's issues, the issues that affect young men in particular, and young people generally. This is the spot for what? This is the spot for young people discussions. Right here on Ghana Talks Radio with me, Lansa Haruna. To say welcome to you from wherever you are streaming in across the globe. It's good to be live again. It's good to be here. There's so much going on in Ghana right now.
Say if I deliver me with the
Currently, we have the Honorable Stephen Amwa,
I dey believe in
who is facing the vetting panel in Parliament to become Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry.
build house for Mama.
So far, it's getting a little bit heated. But let's see what the parliamentarians come up with. Yesterday, KTR Amwa was in the hot seat. And a whole lot of issues came up. But primarily in them, he was trying to justify or defend his case in the sale of some oil rigs in the GNPC. Or at the GNPC, I was trying to explain his involvement or non-involvement in any kind of illegality way back in the Kufos regime, right? Yeah. So interesting stuff right here in Ghana. But today we're looking at a more pressing issue that affects young people, and that's education. The question is that, is higher education even important? Is it beneficial? Is it a good cause to pursue higher education in Ghana? Should a young person want to go or get PhD, second degree, masters, and all that? What is the importance of pursuing higher education in Ghana, especially in these times, in the context of where graduates finish and they don't have work to do? The status support for youth entrepreneurship, youth advocacy is just on the floor. There's no kind of system that gives the graduates an upper hand in terms of creating a sustainable life for themselves. So what is the essence of pursuing a higher education in Ghana? Is there any essence at all? That's what we're looking at today on the Cubicle Live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Say if I deliver me with the paper, I want to build house for my mouth. I dey believe in my hustle, but man they pray to my mouth. Say I go get money to build house for my mouth. Here we go again.
So wherever you are, let me know what your thoughts are on this particular issue. You can send us your comments on our live feed on Facebook and on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio. You can text our WhatsApp line 0202544614. 0202544614. Let me know, do you think there's any essence? Do you think there's any benefit? Do you think there's any good thing about pursuing higher education in Ghana? Let's have a discussion. Let's judge and let's see how we can help ourselves one way or the other. Live here on the Cubicle Live on Ghana Talks Radio. I will take a very short break. When we come back, I introduce my guest for the day, and then we'll kick right into a discussion. So stay with me. I will be right back after the short break.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
What's up, people? I go by the name Coin Takra. Now what's the level? Bang, now listen, time it's Coin Takra every Friday on Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Someone winning with the dial bet. I got another segment for you guys. Now listen, it's all about the up and coming round table. You be rapper, you dey sing, or you feel say you get talent, you get songs. No, listen, send your song and picture via round table at GhanaTalksRadio.com or just WhatsApp us on 020-254-4614. Up and coming artist round table. Now listen, every week beyond we go select 10 best artists. Our judges good days to you. Best one, but we never forget the fans and on all social media and on our street and so on. Then go vote. Nobody can know. We go invite them for studio and we get surprises for the artists. What you see? So last Friday of every month, we go invite the first week, second week, third week in your D Kangno. Near the Wama Bus Studio, and we get so many prizes for the soldiers. So up and coming round table. If you be artist, Charlie, just put a song there. You go blow them. One in your corner. Will be a mammy at that. Wabbing. Jajai.
This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah, nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight, yeah. And I have the hope that things will be alright, yeah. So we're feeling irate as we hustle all day long. We are.
Yeah, so welcome right back here to the Cubicle Live on Ghana Talks with me, Lansa Haruna. I'm here with Mr. Seydou Idrisu, who is joining me to help us have insight in this topic. Like I said, what is the essence of higher education in Ghana? Is there even the need for a young person to pursue higher education? Welcome, Senior, once again. Thank you so much for your time, Senior.
Thank you so much, Lanza. It's always great to be with you on the show. And thank you so much to our listeners who always take time to listen to us.
Yeah.
You can't thank them enough. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know you are busy, but you always make the time. Two for we are looking at higher education. As I right now, for you and I know you are in the University of Mines and Tech, right? You are
Yeah.
working to become a mining engineer. Where we get all the money? But the issue is that a whole lot of young
Mm,
people have also been to universities. Some of them have masters, and the continual narrative that goes across the society is that Charlie, higher education is not even good. It's not. It doesn't help because you finish the school, you don't get a job. For you, just before we get to that point, for you, what is higher education? What do you deem as higher education? And then before we get to the issue of this relevance or not, yeah.
yeah, so higher education simply means like when you're trying to pursue education after senior high school, you're trying to either get into vocational, you are trying to get into college, or you go into the university. So basically, anything you do in the tertiary level is considered higher education. Yeah, for some people, they decide that just getting the basic knowledge about life is good enough for them to go. Some other people think that you need to get some education, extra tuition, so you go for higher education. And so basically, when you try to go to college or you are in the university or find yourself in some vocational training school,
Yeah.
then you might have considered yourself to be in higher education.
Okay. Okay. Uh, that for what I'm saying, once you are done with the primary and the secondary level of education, any other step from that point is higher education. Are there any like
Exactly.
yeah, are there any like special, for example, if you didn't go to university, either you didn't have higher education, or if you didn't go to training college, then what you are doing is not higher education. Are there any limitations to that particular stage in life of education?
No, as for education, there is contextual. You understand? We've got formal education, we've got informal education. Even now, we've got adult education. You understand? All these are just ways of getting more additional knowledge to what you have. So, wherever you are trying to get this knowledge, it doesn't really limit you to the classroom right now. You understand? But when we talk of higher education, we are just basically talking of any type of education that you get or you are trying to acquire after high school. Right.
What I'm saying. Two four.
Yes, boss.
The narrative out there, like I said, is that, for example, I think even for me, once a point in time, I had a poem. I wrote a poem sometime called "You are in the University, so what?" And my whole argument was that if you're equating success to you being a university student or going to the university, then you are actually mistaken, because even in your own community, and there are a lot of people who haven't gone to universities but they are very successful, especially in business and wealth creation. But now the deeper narrative is that you go to school, and it's reality. You go to school, you get your degree or your diploma, your HND, your certificate, and then you just put it in the house as a paper. It doesn't help you anyway. Is that the case?
Okay. So I didn't quite get your question. Please, can you repeat?
So what I'm saying is that, is it the case that the paper, the certificate, the HND, the degree,
Exactly.
is it
Okay, the
just a paper?
certificate you receive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you see, one thing people fail to understand, or what our system has trained us to believe, is that you will go to school to become rich. You go to school to get money. School is a place you go to acquire knowledge and skills. You are not there to make money. Then what you gain, as in the knowledge and skills you acquire, you use that to get money. You understand? So for some people, you realize that the skills they need to make money is not in the classroom. You have to join a business because they want to become entrepreneurs. They want to become individuals who solve problems in real life, and through that they make money. So you can't get that in a classroom. You see, it's quite recent, not very long ago, that school system decided to inculcate entrepreneurship in their school so that they are to solve this problem of youth coming out and not getting any kind of education, because all the training we got, all the school system we have is from our colonial masters, and they were thinking that if you are attending school, then we are bringing you out to become our clerks. We are bringing you out to become our people who run our administrative work. They are not bringing you out to give you a skill. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, too far. I
You
get what
know,
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
exactly. So then you realize that a lot of people go to these schools and they come out and they are frustrated because they thought they were going to come out and then get employed and start making money. But at the
But
end of the
but
day,
but there's not. But too far. I understand you are saying that okay, we go to school because our school system or curriculum has been designed by the British and all that. But we've always been taught that if you go to school, if you do well in class and you are able to graduate and become a graduate, you are going to get a job. And when you get a job, you start making money to do whatever you want to do.
okay,
So why do
okay.
we explain the case that okay, now when you're going to school, it's not for money, it's now for knowledge? We didn't know that one. We
Okay.
didn't have that orientation when we started. Or what do you have to say?
Okay, so yes, as I was saying, that is the narrative out there. You understand? The
Uh-huh.
narrative out there is when you get to school and then you pass through the educational system, you have got your degree, government is going to give you employment. But come to think of it, in the past 10 years or so, the government has not increased employment in any way, as in brought about new, like let's
A
say,
policy and the initiative.
yeah, he has educated. Yeah, no, over the same year period, it has just been the same institutions that we have trying to employ the same number of people, and every year
Yeah.
we churn out new graduates every year who are looking or competing for this limited resources already.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
So it becomes very difficult year in year out to keep that same narrative that once you finish school, you get job. Once you finish school, you get job. That narrative needs to change now to something like you go to the school, acquire the skills, and when you come out from the school with those skills that you have, you can start something for yourself. If you are lucky to get it in the education sector, I mean, in the public sector that you are employed, or maybe in that industry that you are employed, then fair enough. Otherwise, go and become your own boss and work something out with the principles that you learn in school. Discipline, you've learned hard work, you've learned teamwork, all those skills, you can put it together and then you can find something going for yourself. But that narrative needs to change that once you go to school and come out, you're supposed to get employment.
Two for what inspired you personally to pursue higher education?
Yes, so higher education, as I said, is conceptual. Some people would think that higher education is after you have got your first degree, then maybe you think of going to get your master's, go and get your PhD and all that stuff in the start. So for me, why I decided to pursue my higher education is simply because I want to acquire more knowledge. You understand? I realized that I wanted to go into an industry where it demands that you should have a degree or you should have something on paper, as you said, like a certificate, before they can put you inside there. You understand? So that is the system where we find ourselves in Ghana, whereby if you don't have that paper or that A4 sheet that says that you did this, and because of that you are qualified to do that job, they won't take you even if you have the skills already that you learned from somewhere. It's like a requirement that any place you go, you need to have that certification that you actually did this, and because of that, they can employ you.
But is that doesn't that justify the narrative that you go to school, you come out and get a job, and not the fact that when you go to school, you come out and you start something for yourself?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In Ghana, that is what we use. That is the system we find ourselves in. When you go to school and come out, and you don't. Most of the jobs that we find ourselves in Ghana, they are not skill based. They are something like based on qualifications.
Administration.
You understand?
Sorry, see what I'm saying. Yeah.
You get most people that are skill based in the private sector.
Yeah.
You understand? Where they are all about competency and the job you can do.
Yeah.
But for the public sector, it's about you bringing your certification and then you get. It's all about paperwork. You understand? They don't actually justify why you are there as long as you meet the requirements.
Wow, this is an interesting conversation. What I know is that we still get. I want us still. I mean, for me, I still want to emphasize on the issue that we all go to the school. We go to the school to finish higher education. 2-4 is saying that it's all about acquiring more knowledge, so that when you come out, you can use the knowledge to do whatever you want to do. Granted, but like I said, our orientation was that you go to school, get a degree, and come out and get the job. Now, most people don't have jobs. Does it diminish the relevance of higher education? Why would someone want to pursue higher education? I think when we come up from this break, I want us to look at that one very, very well, 2-4. Yeah, so after this break, we'll get to discuss what does the fact that people don't get job after school diminish the essence of going or pursuing higher education. We'll right back after the short break. Yeah.
Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio. This is big.
More.
Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio. This is big. This is big.
Every occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@ghanatalksradio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
Ghana Talks Radio in a mix. In a mix.
The best music in the world. The best.
Best music.
My favorite station.
Ghana Talks Radio. Get it big. Get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR. Ghana Talks Radio.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah. Nobody feeling that way I'm feeling too.
Alright, yeah, welcome right back here to the cubicle live on Ghana Talks. Like I said, we are discussing higher education. This thing it gets more is it makier, but the situation is 24. I hope you are with me, senior.
Yes, I can hear you.
The situation is that, like I said, even if you finish the school, remember that even if your orientation is not to go to school and get money, but it's to go and get knowledge, what happens is that the knowledge that you are getting from the school may not be relevant in our society today, especially when the curriculum has been designed for pre-colonial or for colonial purposes. You see that thing? So even if you are done with school and you wrote your long essay and then you know all the theories of what and all that, what happens is that maybe it's not relevant to our society. So it happens that a lot of graduates are not employable. Should young people pursue higher education, even though this is what we are facing right now?
Okay. I understand your position, and it's a very good observation you've made. You see, it looks like a hopeless situation as it stands right now, whereby you know that you are just going through school, you are just going through the system, and when you can come out from the other side, you don't actually have anything to show for all the time you spent in school, because the school is based on knowledge based, instead of being technical or skill based. So you go into school, come out, and all you know is book knowledge. They appreciate you for able to quote figures, quote history, talk about stuff that you don't even know. Imagine when we came first year, we had to do a course in English language where we had to study about Shakespeare and the culture of Europe and England. I mean, how does that got to do with a black man from Tamale?
Said a black man from Tamale.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
You need to teach me something about Ashantis. Yeah, I know someday I'll have interactions with Ashantis, so it is good I know how they behave and interact with each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Teach me something about the Ewe people so that I will know that
How?
they like this food, they
Yes,
do this,
yes,
they do that,
yes,
then
yes.
kind of things.
Yes.
But you are telling me, you taking me all over, far away, not even in Africa, all the way to Europe.
Wow,
and you are teaching me what some people were doing some time ago, not even now. Even if it's modern times there, I'll know that maybe it will help me to see the trends in life now. But you are taking me back to some time, long time. And they themselves, they don't appreciate that anymore.
Yes.
So what am I doing with that type of knowledge? It's terrible.
Yeah, and that's what most of it now our curriculum is full of. Yeah.
You understand? And I'm glad that this time around they have done something about it. So now instead of studying that literature, they are now studying psychology. At least psychology, you get to understand your mindset and the mindset of people and how people react and think based on other situations. That one is even better. This is a very acquirable skill and a very admirable way of thinking now.
Yes.
Because we have reached a state in the world now where your mental health is very important. Your state of mind, how you think and react to circumstances, determines to a larger extent how successful you are going to be. Because here's the case, day in, day out, you are bombarded with so much information. You have to sift through so many things to make meaning out of you. So one thing I admire about the system is that it teaches you critical thinking. That is very lacking in our school. It doesn't teach us how to be critical thinkers. It's very poor. As you said, there has to be a lot of things that we need to do about our education sector moving forward. And it saddens me that most of the people who are in charge, you understand, they are in charge and at the top, they don't actually try to make things work for us. Like there was an instance, I remember on this show again, one time I quoted the educational minister, Mr. Dr. Sayo Edichum, Honorable. He made a profound statement that he went on a tour of schools in the whole of Ghana, and everywhere he went, after his speech and everything, he will ask the students who has a question for me. And all the places he went, it will amaze you that not even one person, not even one student got up to ask this man a question, just even one question. Even ask him, what is your name or anything. Not even one. And the thing is that he went further and said that, you see, the education system that we have, it teaches us to be like comporting, like cool down. This is another man. You don't even need to ask him a question. You understand what he was saying? And then he needed them to change that from that part to a kind of assertive curriculum whereby you challenge everything that you ever knew. I mean, they tell you that the earth is round as we have it right now. And you want to know why they are telling you that the earth is round, not because he's the teacher and telling you that the earth is round. So take it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get you,
Yeah. So that is the kind of thinking that we should have moving forward. And otherwise, our education system is going to continue like that. And every time when we graduate and come out, we are waiting to get the job. Otherwise, if we don't get that job, then we are doomed. But I also find that it is sometimes the fault of we, the students. So when you find yourself in a circumstance like that, I mean, you have 4 solid years in school. Quite apart from the school that you attend, maybe after lectures, find something that you are passionate about and start working on that area. You could work on your leadership skills, you could work on your communication skills, you could learn some skill in IT whilst you are at it. So that once you come out from school with your normal certificate that you know you are not going to get anything out of it, that other aspect of life that you developed whilst you were in school could be the one to help you out. Mostly, most of the times, when we come out from school, it's not even the course that we study. That is what is going to fetch us the employment at the end of the day. There are lots of instances whereby an engineer becomes a banker, whereby, I mean, you don't have
a lot.
Yeah, you have to be rounded, a well-rounded individual so that you can fit into this changing circumstance in our society. Otherwise, you will really be disappointed and heartbroken at the end of the day.
I remember back in school, it was very interesting for me, and the way it was interesting was that, like, I'm naturally I don't know why. I think from senior high school, or was it just last year senior high school, I didn't like going for class. So that thing, and also I think sitting at home for me, that's what I observed. For me, sitting at home after WASI for 1 year made me like get used to not going for lectures. So I go to school, I don't go to lectures. I'm just on campus and I'm doing other stuff. So I was imagining, I was just thinking, most of the time I spent on campus was just like doing my own stuff, or like doing things that I just wanted to do, and not. I went to school for IA and exams. Apart from IA and exams, you won't see me do anything about school again. It's all about what I want to do. And within that time, coming out after that 4 years, it actually puts you different from your colleagues in the sense that all that you used to do on your own was like a foundation that you're building for yourself in your own way. Meanwhile, any other person who didn't focus on building their own foundation and just focus on the lectures and then blah all the thing about school and stuff, the curriculum, he gets stuck somewhere. It's like waiting for someone to give him protocol. I'm like, what's happening? But
Exactly. That's what I'm
seriously,
talking about.
seriously, I think but there's this statement. I don't know. I know you are familiar with it. Education is scam.
Okay.
School not scam.
And the school.
School not scam. Yes, just before I was coming to Vector, it came to my mind. I'm like, how did this particular phrase actually persist to be? It became normal. It became like the truth. Because I've met a lot of successful people, like and it's because they went to school. I had a friend on campus, like a very, 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 what do you call it, determined guy. Level-handed, he wrote ICA. He became a chartered accountant in 2017, and he's currently reading law again. And this man is from a village. He's from a village. He's now a chartered accountant. He's reading law to become a lawyer in addition. And he's already like set for his life. Like he's already comfortable in life. He's from a village. And there are countless people like him all across the globe or like all across the country. So I'm saying, why is it that people are succeeding after they've gone to like they actually pursued higher education? And then the narrative is there like school not scam, like school is scam. Is it because how do you validate that? Because and this thing is persisting, like this thing is actually true. People are actually leaving school. People don't want to pursue higher education again. Are they justified? What do you say about that?
Yes, so that brings me to a very interesting note I mentioned another time. That you see, there's this aspect of sales that they call the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle, whereby Pareto principle states that most of the time 20% of the people in a company, they do 80% of the work, and so that matter they get the returns from the company. So it was like if you are someone who is in sales and you have a sales force of maybe say 100%, you realize that 20% are the people who at the end of the day bring in all the revenue to the company. And then take it out of that context and put it into football. There are a lot of footballers out there, but we always know the Mbappé, we always know Messi, we always know Ronaldo. That means they are the people who are putting in they are the 20% in that category. Take that out. So that means all the other people who play football and don't make it. Is it that football is scam?
No, not at all.
Right? Then when you take that context again and bring it to people who start business, they will tell you that in business, if 1,000 people start business, those who make it are not up to 100 or 200.
Yeah.
You understand? So that also put it in the Pareto context, whereby that means that out of the 100%, only 20% makes it. You understand? Then is that also scam? Now take that out and put it in real life situation like an educational system. That means that in every aspect of life that you find yourself, definitely there are people who are going to outshine everyone else and they are going to make it big. Does that mean the rest of the 80% they didn't make it, so because of that they were scammed?
What I mean,
this is just life.
What I say,
you understand?
What I say, 24.
This is life. So life happens. You understand? That means if those who are, let's say, out of 100 people that started school, you remember that those you started school with, not all of them passed. Some fell off. Then you came to university, you met some other people. Some fell off. Then you have come out of school again. Not everybody is going to get work again. You understand? So it's just those people that fell along the way. And usually they are the majority.
But doesn't that justify the fact that the claims that school is indeed scam? Because if it cannot provide the platform for even as much as 80% of the people to benefit from the system, from that, and we try to use the 80% staff in theory in that education set. It means that there's no need in the 80 pursuing it. What do you say? Because you cannot say that 80% of people who are going to school should not make it out of school. So because because it's just fine because it's a theory that has been suggested. Maybe we should find a way to make the school more beneficial to benefit more than 60% of the people who go to school. I'm just saying. But what do you say? What do you think about that position too?
Yes. So interesting observation. As I told you, this is something that one side of looking at it. You see, when you have a coin, there are two sides of the coin. This is me standing on the point of the fact that it takes extra effort for any other person to make it in this world. And then let's look at the side whereby the environment has to be conducive for you to make it. You understand? And then that also brings me back to the point I was making about the fact that the educational system is not trained to give us the ability to be independent and work for ourselves. See, this is a system that is designed by the government to make sure that once you come out of school, you understand, like an employer, he gives you just enough to keep you going. So the government is like training people to give them enough to work for him.
To work for him.
You understand? And now, there's really a system that he has enough. And sometimes he finds it very difficult to pay them. And yet he's still producing more because he has already designed the system long ago. You get?
Yeah, I get you.
And it's not like he's expanded his company to accommodate all the other people that are coming in. If he even expanded, he won't be able to pay those people that are coming because those who are already in there, he's not be able to pay them.
You know what? There was actually a time where education or graduates were in the schools and the institutions go to the schools to employ them even before they graduate.
To fetch them.
Yeah.
You understand? Gone are the days. That was some long time ago.
Yeah, some long time ago for those time, when they were growing up,
You understand? But nowadays, when you get out of there, it's a different ballgame. So that is why I said we should be thinking more about employing ourselves. Whilst you are in school, they should teach us more about entrepreneurship skills. They should teach us more about, and stop teaching us stuff that won't help us at all once we are down school. I mean, there are a lot of stuff that we learn in school. I made a quote one time about the fact that I learned how to label the parts of a fish. I learned the respiratory system of an insect and all that stuff. When I got it taught me about, you understand, the skeleton of what and what. Where did the
stomach of a cow? Stomach of a cow.
Oh God, the stomach of the intestine, the digestive system of a ruminant.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a Greek officer. I'm a Greek officer.
Obama Sumer, what they are.
And then they can't change some. You understand? Where it could have used that time to teach me about financial literacy, how to understand my taxes, and how
to raise capital.
Yeah, how to raise capital,
how to do
how to protect my mental health, how to work out and go to the gym, do exercise and all that stuff. I mean, the courses that matter when we are in school, they don't even put in so much emphasis on it. Like physical education at the young age, they should be able to teach you to protect yourself and keep yourself healthy and strong for a long time. They won't emphasize that one. Someone who's even interested in that one, that person, they look at you like
free course,
you are not serious.
Yeah, free courses, let's take a break at this point. I think I'm actually enjoying the insight that we are having. One of these things about this education stuff, you mentioned one interesting thing about when you are done with school, governments like that, the government is actually training you in the school so that when you come out, you can work for him and he pays you at a point where you feel comfortable, then you don't really do anything for yourself. And this is very, very interesting because I actually noticed something about work life in itself, like being an employee or like that kind of career lifestyle in a sense of working for someone. What happens is that this is what I was thinking. So for example, if they gave you more than you needed, what happened was that are you following?
Yeah, I can follow.
What happened was that if they give you more than what you need, you'll be able to save to a point where you don't need to do work for them.
Exactly.
So it's because I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it. Why is it that when our parents were working for government, they work 30 years, 40 years, and then they're not rich?
No, the system is not designed to make you rich.
Serious? Your uncle, your parents will work for like 30, 35 years, and they are done. They take their pension. They can't even build like 3-bedroom self-contained. I'm like, what? And the reason why I asked myself that question is because all of us are also trying to get into that system.
Exactly.
So I'm like, if you are 25, 26, 27, and then you are trying to get into that system where you be taking Munda, like at the end of the day, they'll give you something, and we're all eager to get into that system. And what happens is that we look at all those who are in that system for like over 20, 40 years. They didn't do anything with their lives in terms of like creating wealth for themselves. They just had to take month for 40 years, and then nothing came out of it. Like, no, Charlie, you have to take our time before we even rush into this job stage.
Exactly. Once you find yourself in that system, someone will say you are entrapped. Like you are in the
and that's the scariest thing about this thing. Like, you're actually entrapped because the time you need the money, your money will come. So you're always, oh, Charlie, this rat race is very interesting, but that's part of it. It's part of it. Let's take a break. When we come back, my second question to you is that would you advise a young Ghanaian to pursue higher education? Yes or no? You give me your reasons and then we can wrap up the conversation. We are still live on the Chemical Live on Ghana Talks Radio. We'll right back after the short break. Yeah.
Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR, Ghana Talks Radio. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
Don't sleep, wake up. Wake up.
Alright, this is Villa Showbiz Entertainment Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Join me every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. GMT as I interview artists all over Ghana.
But it's not about pulling knife, pulling gun, or any stuff. No, you are not a gangster.
Alright. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you normally go to the ghetto?
Get to there, no matter what.
If you be there.
That's where.
Do you do it?
Oh, nah. They want to touch your foot, I swear. Santiago.
I will also bring you new songs of the week, top 10 songs of the week. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What's up, people? I go by the name Coin Takra. Now it's the level band. Now listen, time it's Coin Takra every Friday on Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Someone winning with the dial bet. I got another segment for you guys. Now listen, it's all about the up and coming round table. You be rapper, you dey sing, or you feel say you get talent, you get songs. No, listen, send your song and picture via round table at GhanaTalksRadio.com or just WhatsApp us on 020-254-4614. Up and coming artist round table. Now listen, every week Biana we go select 10 best artists. Our judges go day studio. Almost best one. But we never forget the fans and all social media and on our street and so on. Then go vote. Nobody can know. We go invite them for studio and we get surprises for the artists what you see. So last Friday of every month we go invite the first week, second week, third week in your D Kangno. Near do my bus studio and we get so many prizes for the soldiers. So up and coming round table. If you be artist, Charlie, just put a song there. You go blow them. One in your corner. Go be a mammy at that. Wabbing. Jajai.
We are GTR, Ghana Talks Radio.
Static made it.
Yeah. Nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight, yeah. And I have the hope that things will be alright, yeah. So we're feeling irate as we hustle all day long.
Yeah, welcome right back
Hoping say that one day things go better.
to the Cubicle live on Ghana Talks Radio. We are so discussing whether or not there is a need to pursue higher education in Ghana. Is education or school really a scam? What are the ways we can benefit or take advantage of the education system, if there's any advantage to it? And why is it that for all these years, young graduates are still finding it difficult to find their feet in society? Is it just their fault? Does have anything to do with the education system? These and more we've been answering right here on the Brothers Keeper segment with Mr. Idris Seydou, aka 24. I want to ask one question. I'll welcome right back. I want to ask one question to you, 24. Would you advise your brother, your sister, your colleague, any young man or young woman in Ghana, who whatever they are doing, to pursue higher education in Ghana?
Yes, Yes, so thank you very much for the question. So I would like to answer it in two ways. I'll start from the perspective of those people who are talking about education is a scam.
Okay.
So why are they saying education is a scam and all that stuff? Because they see that the businesswomen, the market women, they are the people with the money. They see that the young guys who are into crypto and all those trading stuff now, they've got money. And at the end of the day, why are you even going to school? You're going to school because you want money. So if I can have another means of getting that money without going through the education system, why not opt for that, right? It's better. There's no frustration. There's no man to teach you what and whatever. But then you realize that these same people, businessmen and businesswomen, they're always going to the learned. They're always looking for the literate guys to teach them what to do and what to say. We have reached a stage in this world whereby if you are not literate in any form, you will be left behind. Can you imagine this rich man who comes to the house, needs his daughter or his son to set his mobile money pin for him? You understand? With all the money you've got, you need your son to fix your mobile money pin for you. You can't even dial someone's name on your phone.
But he has money. He has money.
So he's got the money, but he can easily be frauded of his money. You understand? So what am I driving at? What point am I driving at? The point I'm driving at is that when you are educated and you know how to make money, you become like your money. Look at all the rich people out there that we have, the world's richest people.
Yes.
These are not illiterate, so.
No,
I mean, they will tell you that don't go to school, whatever. But all the richest people in this world, they are not illiterate.
They are not illiterate.
They didn't get the certificate all right, but the kind of
knowledge
stuff they are doing, you understand? They had some education of a different sort.
Yeah.
You understand? All of them acquired education, and up to now, they are still learning.
They are still doing so.
You understand?
Yeah.
So these are people who are even in the advanced world. When you come to my beloved country, Ghana, you understand? And then you put that into perspective. You realize that if you don't have education, you are at a serious disadvantage.
Yes,
so my advice to anybody out there is to get the education, you understand? And still have your entrepreneurial mindset to do it. Yes, some people feel that once you are going to go through school, it's going to waste your time so much. It's going to be a waste of your time because you need that time to be able to learn and master that your skill that you want to, so that you can make that money that you are there for. Yes. But Ghana, what the environment there for entrepreneurship is choking. It's choking the guy. It's choking everybody. All those big men who do you see them like? Look at Ibrahim Mama. He went to Europe there to make his money. Look at what's his name? Japan. Kennedy. You had to go out of the country to make all those money. Apart from that, any other rich people that you find in Ghana are those people who have been to school.
Look at Magdan.
You understand?
Yeah.
What about who?
Magdan.
Magdan has gone to school. He went to Accra Polytechnic.
Oh, Charlie.
Then after he finished that, he himself, good. I'm very happy you mentioned Magdan. He himself will tell you that. At one point, you understand?
Yeah.
He was in this logistics and shipping. You understand?
Yeah.
And then he once was at a conference or something whereby he delivered a presentation on logistics, planning, everything. He was trying to get some people to come and work for him in Ghana.
Yeah.
Then after, the lady, one particular lady, he was doing that job for UN. Can you imagine?
Wow.
So the lady came over and told him that, I see that you are very good. You have got the experience and everything. But I see on your certificate, or your credentials that you've only had the highest education you have gone. After that time was the Polytechnic I'm talking about.
Okay.
But because he had already started working early at a very young age, he has had experience in this business. You understand? So the lady told him that, you see, you have to get a higher education.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
So Magdan went back to school. Then he got a procurement or logistics something degree. Then he diploma. Then he went again a second time to get one again.
You see?
You understand?
Yeah.
And that's why he himself will tell you that, yes, you have to work hard and make the money and everything.
But you have to have the paper.
You have to have higher education.
You have to have the paper.
You understand?
Yeah.
So he himself, at that time, he didn't realize how important it was until someone who was in the industry he's trying to get a firm grip on now told him that it's very important that he goes for higher education.
Yeah.
So there's no way or any day I'll tell you that, no, you shouldn't
don't
seek
pursue
for
higher
higher
education. No. I think I see.
You understand?
Yeah. 2-4. See,
Yes.
the program that I'm doing right now, if you come to the classroom and you see the people who are in that classroom, 24, you will say that, I don't know, for me, I'm even thinking that it's like, I don't know whether it's a conspiracy to keep people poor or what. Because how can you be saying that school is scam when people are making money because they went to school?
Exactly.
That just
all the big men in my country are people who have been to school.
So for me, I'm saying,
I mean, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but I know all the people in my country who are big men are all educated people.
So for me, something I feel like maybe the government or the systems are deliberately pushing this idea into the young people. They said, okay, school there you go, cry, you can get jobs, so make you not go to school, son, because you waste your time. People are CEOs, people are ministers, deputy ministers. People are big, rich people, and they're looking for certificates. They're looking for degrees in corners.
Exactly.
Behind the doors, they are doing degree to get the paper and get more money. And you are just having a degree or you're having a diploma. I said, no, me, if I didn't get a job with that thing. See, the orientation should be that. For me, this is what I'm saying. I think it should be that wherever you find yourself, at what stage of education, school that you are in, pursue the paper, write the exams, pass, go and get the certificate, the degree, the document, right? But from wherever you are starting from, identify what you want to do, your strengths, your weaknesses, your ability, your potential, and work towards, because the system will not help you to build a potential. That's what that one there, forget. So work on your potential, work on your skills, develop yourself, then get a paper. So that when you're working somewhere, they don't ask you of your skills. They ask you, do you have the paper to come? Do you have the ticket to come to this workplace? Yes, exactly. I have the ticket to come. This is my degree. But these are my skills that I bring on board. You are good to go.
You have to justify why you are there before you can.
You have to have a ticket. You have to have a ticket.
Yes.
And the ticket is that paper. So, for example, the guy said that his ICA is not doing law. This guy's a chartered accountant. Where won't he get money? He'll get money from his job, his career, anyways. But he's saying that if he gets that law degree in addition, it opens bigger doors to him for making more money. So I'm saying that if you're a young person out there, don't let anybody lie to you that going to school will not get you get money. You get money from going to more school, because the more the higher you go in education in terms of building, maybe go to the school to build yourself in a way that it now becomes a tool for you to get more money. Don't go to the school because you want to become a professor. No, not because you want to become a professor. Go to the school in the sense that you are doing it, you are using it as a tool to get more money. So maybe you are working at a place. Even in government job, if you have a degree, you are paid lesser than someone who has a master. So even if you're in a government job, you should want to go pursue higher education so that you get a master's to what? To be able to get more money from the job you are doing for the government.
Exactly.
So this idea of school has come. I'm sure the system is pushing it to let people to keep people poor.
So it's just a poor man's mentality.
Yeah. I feel like
for the majority of the people who failed, they are trying to let you understand that who won't get you what
24. See something interesting. 24. In football, people make it and people don't make it in football. As we were saying. In music, people blow, people don't blow, and they are still there. In all aspects of life, people make it and people don't make it, and they're on the same industry. So for you to sit down and say that, I want because the musician is blowing and he didn't go to school na scam. I'm like, are you forgetting that someone is the chief justice because the person went to school? And you know that amount the chief justice is making a month only
because of going to school.
Because he went to school, because he used the head. He said, I'll read books, so let me go and read more books. For someone says I can write lyrics, let me go and do my music. So stop
You take it. You take it for instance. Those in our societies who their children they have made it through education. You see that they are pushing their kids to even go more than they want.
More than
I mean, his school was a scam, and he didn't have his money. Why won't he let the son do something else? Because after all, he has got the money, and he can push the son to do whatever that he wants.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you, senior. I get you. So I think we have to find a way to bring the conversation back to the ghettos. Like Charlie,
exactly.
If you have a degree, you can do a master's. Go and get the master's. Don't miss the night saying that because you did a degree, you didn't get a job, so you don't want to go to school again. What do you mean by you go to school again? You know the number of ministers who are chasing masters right now, or MPs who are chasing masters right now. A lot of MPs are looking for masters.
Exactly.
It's not because they don't have money, it's because they know that if I get that masters, I can get this particular gig that will give me $10 million in the next 1 year or 2 years. And you are internally saying you want to go to school because you got a client who's paying you $1,000. 34. I see that. What will be your last words? I've said so. I don't know why I said so much. But what will be your last words? You're almost out of time here. 24.
Yeah. So as you said, rightly said, the right word out there is that, I mean, no matter what anyone is telling you, you have to pursue education and you pursue it to the highest level that you can. It should be on your own terms, not someone pushing you to either stop or move further. You understand? There was a program I was on, and it was like, when you're about to start grad, they will ask you, what level do you yourself want to be to achieve in education? You understand? Then you state the level that you want. So you, as an individual, pursue your own dreams, pursue your own ambitions. And if your ambition is that you should get to school, get it. If your ambition is to get into business, get that education. It will provide you a tool to be able to analyze and think well and be able to make critical decisions in life. All the rich men in this world that made it through life, trust me, at some point they wish they had some form of education just to push them even further than where they have been. So don't let anyone tell you that education has come, whatever has come, whatever. People make it and people don't make it. You should make it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wherever you think that it's not scam, people are not. There are people there who are not making it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sina, for sharing that insight with me. Thank you so much. This today, I know that there are a lot of things that we can, snipers that we can pick from this particular discussion. A lot. I hope that we can get the capacity to do that. Sina, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us again. This has been the Cubicle Live on Ghana Talks. My name is Jonas Lawrence, and this is where we put our discussion to an end. Tomorrow we're coming with another edition at 2:30 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio. But before then, we have a couple of shows live on the studio, on this channel, on this station, Ghana Talks Radio. Tonight we have Time with Go on Takra 7 p.m. And before that, we have DJ Cham coming your way with great music. So you can stay and enjoy. Bye-bye.
Yeah.